Hey guys, it's your girl Neoshi, and I want to thank you for tuning into this frequency called Neoshi Hypno. I'm a clinical and transpersonal hypnotherapist best known for my hypnosis and past life regression sessions. I believe that we're each placed here in this earth at this time, at this very unique, specific time on earth for a particular reason. My purpose is to assist with, I guess you could say, the ascension, somebody will call. But my purpose here in this life is to help you heal your soul, break through blockages, and align with your divine purpose. I do this through my sessions. Um, I also, in my sessions, help connect with your guides, ancestors, and be able to understand and hear your higher self more clearly. Um, I am not for everybody. Let's get that out the way. But if you're here, I feel like your guides have led you to me because I hear that a lot in my sessions. Your guides have led you to this video, which means that there's something in it for you. And I'm blessed. I feel blessed and thankful to be able to assist you and receiving whatever information you might receive from this video. This video that I'm going to show with you right now is unique. It's very special. All of my sessions are, but I wanted to share this specific video with you as I have my other videos. Um, Keep in mind, I did get permission from my clienters to share this session. So it may not be, most likely it's not the whole session, but you have a very important part of the session that may hold something for you. And I hope that you can get something out of this. So in a second, I'll show you that video. But before you do, don't forget to subscribe to see more videos like this whenever they're posted. You can also click the bell there to get an alert whenever it's posted. If you like this video as well, be sure to thumbs up, share with someone you think that it may be able to help as well. Okay, I guess that's enough talking about me and everything else. Here's a video. I hope you enjoy.
You feel young or older?
Like 50s.
Do you feel male or female?
Male.
What are you doing there? Standing, sitting, walking?
Standing.
What are you standing on?
Just the ground.
What's the ground made of?
Dirt.
What's the temperature like there?
It's pleasant.
What are you wearing?
Doesn't look like I'm much. I have on much.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't look like I have much on. Something over my groin. Something over my groin. It's like, I don't know, it's like frilled or frayed. I think it's the word.
Repeat that.
It's like frayed, like grass, frayed grass.
What are you wearing on your feet there? Describe your hair.
It's kind of short. I don't know if it's kind of like curly or short.
What color is it?
Just looks dark.
What color is your skin?
Dark. Very dark.
How do you feel there?
I don't know. I don't know. I just.
Are you wearing any jewels, any jewelry, or accessories anywhere in your body?
Possibly. Something around my wrist. And something around my neck, maybe big beads. But only one wrist. I only think it's on my right wrist.
What do you notice?
My body's like shaking right now.
Body shaking.
I feel like I'm like, I don't know if it's the feeling of this memory, but I just feel like my personal being right now is just like inside of something, like it's this wide open space. But it feels like I'm still in my body, but like the front of my body is like halfway into something. Like I feel the back of my body on this bed, but the front of my body is like in this space. It just feels wide and just open. I don't know. That's the really only thing I'm getting right now.
So this place that you're in, do you feel like you can move around in this place?
I feel like I am the place.
You are the place.
It's like everything. I don't see anything. It's just wide open space. It just goes forever, but it just feels like I am all of it.
What else do you notice around you?
Nothing.
This place that you're in, does it feel like a place where you live, a place where you're visiting?
Just feels like it is. It's just, it's always there regardless of where I am.
What thoughts go through your mind about this place?
I don't know. I'm just shaking right now. My body's like, I just feel like my hands feel bigger than what they are right now. And I just feel like my whole core is shaking right now, and I don't know why.
So let that scene play out there. Move forward to see what happens next there.
Oh my God, it just feels like it feels like the space is like a big boulder in front of me. Like this is weird. I don't know how to describe this. Like it just feels like a boulder is on me right now, but it's like weightless. But I could feel everything in it, like on it. Like I don't know, like, and I only feel the boulder from like my knees up, and it feels like it's just sitting on my knees and my chest up to my chest, and it just feels like my hand is like inside of it. But it feels like it weighs so much, but I don't feel like I'm being crushed, and my body's just shaking. That's all I see.
Allow yourself to connect with that more. What else do you notice there?
I feel like this boulder is getting harder. Like it's just, I can actually kind of feel it like solidifying. But I still don't see anything.
Allow yourself to connect with that more.
It just feels like it's getting harder. It's no longer an open space anymore. It literally feels. It's like hardness on top of me. But I don't know what it is. I don't see anything.
So I want you to go ahead and close that scene now. Close that scene. I want you to move to a previous event in that same lifetime to see how you arrived at that place there, that boulder. Be there now. Tell me what's happening.
I don't know. My body just went complete. Like it became the rock. Like I have no idea. It went from sitting on top of me to being the rock. Or just completely solid. Like completely solid. Like it went from sitting on top of me to now I'm like the rock. Even my body doesn't even feel real right now. It feels like it's a freaking boulder.
How do you feel there?
Stiff.
Some thoughts go through your mind.
Why can't I move?
No, so you notice around you.
I don't notice much. I don't know.
Let that scene play out there. Move forward when something's happening there.
I'm scanning and I'm not seeing anything.
Again, remember that you may not get it as an image, but if you do, it will come as a mental image in your mind's eye. Very similar to when you daydream. It come as a flash of a photo, still photo, or video clip, any way that you can perceive an image in your mind's eye. But again, remember, it may not come in that way. It can come in other ways. It's just having a very strong knowing or having a thought pop into your mind when you ask the question. Just trust what comes to you. Just say it.
I just feel stiff. I literally don't feel anything but just here.
I want you to go ahead and close that scene now. Close that scene. I want you to move to another significant event in that same lifetime there. If something important's happening, be there now. You know what's happening.
I want to say it's a meeting. I'm trying to trust my intuition here.
Are you inside or outside?
It doesn't feel like I'm like. It feels like I'm somewhere other than the inside or outside.
What do you notice around you?
I can't really put a pin on this place. It feels different. It doesn't feel like it's. If this is on Earth, this is it doesn't feel. It feels like this is a different environment on Earth.
Tell me more about that.
I see a table. I think it's a table full of beings, and they're just. I think they're just talking. I think the room is very dark. I see some lights. The lights are just. I don't know where the lights are coming from. It's coming from overhead, but it's just we're talking about something. It feels like it's a deliberation about something. My body doesn't feel stiff anymore.
You feel male or female there?
I feel like gender is
Repeat that.
I feel like I'm male, but I feel like gender is bullshit.
You feel young or older?
I don't know.
When you get a sense of your body there, describe yourself.
I'm tall and slender. It feels like I got on a robe. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of hard to do this.
Trust your first impressions. You don't need to think of anything, just trust what comes to you.
I see him.
Very good.
He's tall. He's a tall guy. Long hair. He has a beard. Kind of looks purple.
What looks purple?
The skin.
What color is his hair?
It's dark. It's dark. It's like darker than the purple. It's like black or brown.
When you say tall and slender, how tall do you feel there?
I'm like 15, 16 feet. And the robe is white. It's very long. I think it kind of goes past my hands sometimes.
When you take notice of your hands now, get a sense of your hands.
They look strong and they have rings on them. I don't know what kind of rings they are. Not regular rings. These rings do stuff. So I see like maybe 4 on both hands in total. They have different colors. So I'm assuming they're crystal rings with different purposes.
How do you feel about those rings being noticed then?
This is useful. Something that I'm used to, so they're just useful.
I want you to get a sense of your face. Describe it.
Handsome nigga. Yeah, the eyes are, I don't know how to describe it. Like he looks like a strong Native American type of face because their faces were so distinctive. But it's like very strong featured, long nose is kind of like long. Cheekbones are high, and the eyes are like kind of like almond.
This place that you're in there, does it just feel like a place where you live, a place where you're visiting?
Yeah, it feels like a place I'm familiar with.
Where you live?
I know, just familiar with.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if I live here.
Mm-hmm. The other beings there, do they look like you or are they different?
Some of them look like me.
How many other beings are there?
It's about 7, maybe more than 7.
Are they all male as well?
No, I think I see a couple females.
What thoughts go through your mind about those other beings?
Tribe. These are my tribe members.
Tell me what's happening there with you all.
I feel like I'm standing up in front of everyone, and the table that everyone's sitting at is kind of like a half circle around me. I keep looking at this one person. I feel like this one person is on my right side, and they're sitting down. I feel like it's a female, but she's like the only one that I'm like really, really paying attention to. Everybody else is kind of like doing their own thing.
Mm-hmm.
But me and her kind of like looking at each other. I think that's a woman. I think it's a female.
Mm-hmm. Does she look like you, or is she different?
She looks like me.
Mm-hmm.
My body's shaking even more now I'm talking about it, so it must be telling us something.
Mm-hmm. What thoughts go through your mind about her?
I don't know. We're kind of just like looking at each other.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely know she's looking at me.
How do you feel about her?
It's hard to gauge emotion here. Even anything close to attachment, I don't even feel that here.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what she is.
Mm-hmm. Is there any communication between you and the others here?
No, it almost just kind of feels like I'm standing inside of a picture. Like I'm just watching, I'm just looking at a still frame of something. But I'm standing up front in a dark room with the table surrounding me. There's some people standing up, there's some people sitting down. I feel like they're all me, or we're all from the same place.
Mm-hmm.
But I keep looking at this woman who's just sitting.
Mm-hmm.
It's like my, maybe my 1 or 2 o'clock at this table, and she's just looking at me.
Let that
My
scene.
body's like aggressively shaking right now.
Let that scene play out there. See what happens next here.
Maybe we're on a spaceship.
Mm-hmm.
Because now there's this thing that's popping up in the middle of the table. It's like a hologram. But we're all kind of like just looking at it as if we're like planning something or something.
Mm-hmm.
Discussing something at this hologram, but I can't see around this. I can't see around anything. It's like the lights are off.
Mm-hmm.
I can't hear what's being said. I don't know what I'm looking at, but I feel like I'm looking at a hologram and I'm explaining something.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel about this thing that you're discussing?
Just regular. This is regular. This is what we do. I don't feel a way about it. It's just what I do.
Mm-hmm. Let that scene play out there. See what happens next.
In my mind eye is only showing me a ship. Like,
Mm-hmm.
maybe I'm like standing on the ground looking at it.
Mm-hmm. Describe the ship.
It's standard UFO. It's a flat disc. It's just sitting there. But I'm trying to make sure I'm seeing what I'm seeing.
Mm-hmm. Are you alone there with others?
I feel alone.
Mm-hmm. What thoughts go through your mind as you notice this?
Like it's leaving.
Mm-hmm.
The ship is just leaving. I don't know where I am. I don't know what's happening right now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What else do you notice around you besides that?
I'm outside somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I just see grass, an open field.
Anything else around you stands out to you?
I'm trying to relax my body right now so I can hone in a little bit. My body is shaking like crazy.
See what happens next. Yeah?
Just feel like I'm standing here looking up. Maybe next to a pyramid somewhere. But I'm just standing there looking up.
Is there anyone else around?
I want to say there's someone sitting next to me, but I'm not sure if I can even focus on that person right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like there's someone behind me, sitting down pretzel style on my right side, but I can't even turn to look at him. I'm just still looking up.
Mm-hmm. What thoughts go through your mind as you look up?
Why am I here? What are we doing?
Let that scene play out. See what happens next there.
I think I'm seeing Egypt. Yeah, I'm seeing the Luxor. Look, I'm seeing the Luxor temple.
What are you doing
I'm really only seeing it in its glory. Like, I'm not walking.
Repeat that.
There's people walking, but I'm just standing there outside of it looking.
Move forward to see what happens next there.
I'm tall as hell. No wonder I can't really see the people because the people are below me. Hold on. Yeah, I feel tall. The people are just walking.
Do people notice you there?
Yeah, but it's regular.
Let that same play out there as you're walking. What happens next there?
I'm like walking and it's regular to see me, but people are like bowing as they're walking. Like I see women that are like servants
Mm-hmm.
and they're holding stuff, and as they're walking, they're like bowing and turning their bodies to bow to me and then continue on their walk.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm like walking and they're like walking toward me,
Mm-hmm.
they'll walk and then turn to me, bowing as I'm walking by them, and then they'll keep walking. So it's kind of like, yeah, it's kind of just a bowing and moving, keeping it moving, bowing and keeping it moving.
Mm-hmm. What thoughts go through your mind when you notice that?
I'm just shaking my head. I'm just shaking my head. I don't know how I felt about it.
Mm-hmm.
It just is. It gotta be what it is.
Mm-hmm. You feel like this place is the place where you live or a place where you're just visiting?
Both. Like I feel like this is my stuff. This is like part of my stuff. Like this is mine, but it's not mine. Yeah, this feels like it's mine. Like I'm responsible for most of this stuff here.
Mm-hmm.
But this isn't my origination. This isn't what I call home.
The people there, what do they call you? What's your name?
Horus.
So what happens next there, Horus?
I'm just seeing his head right now.
Seeing what head?
I'm seeing it's a head. It's a big bird head. It's the head. I'm just seeing one eye. It looks like Horus's head. I'm just looking at his head
Mm-hmm.
as if to tell me, yeah, it's Horus.
Mm-hmm.
All I can see is the headdress.
Mm-hmm.
The bird head with the headdress on it. I can't see anything else.
Mm-hmm. Move forward to see what happens next there as you're walking.
Starting to get, I don't know, I just see a little bit more clarity of myself. I can see like I'm definitely tall, I'm muscular as hell. I'm barefoot right now at the moment. I have a skirt thing on.
Mm-hmm.
It's like red and blue and white. Maybe just blue, white, and yellow. I can't. There's something on my arm. It's like a gold band around the top of my right arm between my bicep and my deltoid.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like a serpent ornament kind of accessory.
Mm-hmm. Are you still there with the female being as well?
No, I haven't even looked for her.
Mm-hmm.
Just getting glimpses of things.
Let that same play out there. Move forward to see what happens next. I don't know what's happening.
You kind of just see me sitting on a throne inside of something and kind of just like leaning on my arm. Like I'm kind of like this, like the posture in which I'm sitting in this throne is like I'm so over it, but I'm like listening to people and they're coming to me and they're talking to me about stuff. And
Mm-hmm.
it's a line of people, but I'm basically just sitting in this throne like, okay, yeah, okay, next. Yeah, okay, what's your problem? Okay, yeah, blah, 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 next. looks like I really don't want to do this, or I'm tired of it.
Tell me more about that.
I don't know if it's arrogance. I don't know if I'm just tired and intolerant or what, but I just feel like I'm just sitting there, just talking to them, detached.
This place where you're sitting, is this an inside space or outside?
It's inside.
What else do you notice around you?
The structure is like, it's like magnificent. So much space in here. But I feel really, really big in here because the people are so small. I feel more than 15 to 16 feet. I feel big. That's all I'm seeing. It's just my posture. It's just the posture that I'm laying there, I'm sitting there with. And it looks incredible. Like to actually see the head on this thing moving. But it has a human body. It's so weird.
What's your job there? Your duty? What is your role there?
I'm just like an overseer. Or like a protector or something. Like, I don't know. I'm just sitting there, bro. Like, I'm just sitting there. I feel so powerful, obviously. But I feel like a lot of people confide in me, like they need me to do stuff. I'm like, I get stuff done.
Things like?
Anything. Literally anything. But I'll do it if I want to do it. But I also make sure that it doesn't tip the balance.
Tell me more about that. What do you mean?
Everything is about balance. So people will always have requests, demands, but sometimes they tip the balance. And it's my job to maintain that balance. So when people ask me for something, I either tell them no or I tell them yes. But it's usually like not something that I do specifically. I kind of like grant the universe. I grant them power into the cosmos to do whatever they're trying to accomplish. So I don't even have to leave my throne. But people really, 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 really do depend on me. I don't think I like the ideas of this slave stuff, like these humans. But it must be. So it is.
Let that scene play out there. Anything else significant happen there that day?
No, I think I got a creature sitting next to me. I feel like there's a creature sitting next to me, like one of those griffin things. But I don't know. I'm getting that energy from that. It's a creature that sits on my left side. But other than that, no.
Describe it.
It's like definitely part lion. It looks like it may have wings and the head of a bird. But it's just like sitting there. It's just minding its own business, keeping watch.
And what's its job in keeping watch? What is it watching for?
Job is really to protect me. It's like an extension of myself. Yeah, it's just like my second spirit, but a companion.
Let that scene play out there. Anything else significant happen there that day?
I feel like somebody big just walked in the room. I don't know who that is.
Someone big?
Yeah, somebody big, just as big as I am.
Is it like a male or female energy?
It's a male energy. I'm getting like definitely it feels like a crocodile head, like a definitely alligator head.
What thoughts go through your mind about him?
I just walked in. I don't know what to say about him.
What does he do once he walks in?
Kind of just look at him. He looks at me. I keep going. I keep proceeding. He's no threat.
Any communication between you two?
No, it's like we both know our roles.
And what is his role?
No, he's part of the council. He's part of someone I seek counsel in. So whatever his role is his role. But I seek counsel in him, or he seeks counsel in me. We in each other. It's one or the other. But it just seems like he just came in just to be in the room.
Mm-hmm. Let that play out. Let that scene play out. Move forward. See if anything else happens that day.
Mm-mm.
Right. So let me go ahead and close that scene. Now close that scene. I want you to move to another significant event in that same lifetime as Horus there. Be there now. I mean, what's happening?
I'm outside, and it's two suns outside.
Mm-hmm.
I'm standing next to the pyramids, and I'm looking up at both suns. My hands are raised, but that's all I see is I see my hands are raised. I'm looking up at the sun. Still got the bird head. I'm standing next to the pyramids, and I'm just looking up at both suns.
Mm-hmm.
See,
What thoughts go through your mind as you do that?
I'm just drawing power, pulling power. I feel like I'm being like charged up like a battery. But I'm just chanting something. I'm chanting something.
What are you chanting?
Nashi. Nashi. I hear Anu something.
Mm-hmm.
But it's other language. It's a repetitive language.
Mm-hmm.
Nashi. Something like that.
What does that mean?
Give me power. I ask for power. My gratitude for it.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely something about my power. It's like I'm eating. That's what I think it is. I'm eating. This is how I eat.
Let that scene play out there. Anything else going to happen there that day? Very good. I want you to go ahead and close that scene. Now close that scene. I want you to go to another significant event in that same lifetime as Horus. Again, with something else important that's happening. Be there now. Tell me what's happening.
Looks like I'm being laid to rest.
Tell me more about that.
I just see the bird head, eyes are closed, arms across the chest, and just laying there across this long table. Humans are working on him.
Repeat that.
I can see him laying across this long table, big slab of rock,
Mm-hmm.
and his arms are across his chest, and there are humans working on him.
Mm-hmm. Working on him in what way?
Just like fixing things. It's a bunch of humans everywhere. They're like standing on his body. They're standing on the table next to him. Looks like they're just dressing him and preparing him.
Mm-hmm.
But this is where I look like I was laid to rest. And it looks like it's in a very big space. It looks like it's in a very, very big space. But I'm just laying there.
Let that scene play out there. Anything else significant happen there today?
No.
Mm-hmm. All right, guys. I want you to go ahead and close that scene. Close that scene. I want you to go to the very last day in that life to see how that body died. Just moments before you take your last breath in that body, see how that body died. Be there now. Tell me what's happening.
I feel like it's definitely some type of war going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm flying. I have wings. I'm flying. And it's just a war.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm at battle. I won't say war. It feels like I'm in battle.
That battle with?
I have no idea who I'm battling. It just feels like a dark energy.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like we're fighting in the air. There may be things fighting under us, but I'm so concerned about fighting this guy.
Mm-hmm.
It does look like there's people fighting under us.
Mm-hmm. What thoughts go through your mind as you're battling with this guy?
I'm tired. I'm fighting this guy. I feel like we fought so many times. This is just another battle, but he's came back stronger. And because I like peace and I live in peace, he took advantage of the weakness. And this is how I think I fell.
I want you to move to the very last moment where you take your last breath in that body. As you take your last breath in that body, you feel your soul step out of that body and rise above that scene. What do you notice below?
Just laying on the ground, very weak. The war is over, the battle's done. I think he might have escaped, or we both were wounded. There's a lot of casualties on the ground. I'm kind of just like laying here looking at everything. And I'm just like laying here, half energy, like just exhausted. I feel broken.
What thoughts go through your mind?
It's just unnecessary. Just tired. Just tired. Just tired. I've always been tired of this. I think it's the role. It's not so much of like the life or anything. It's the role that I have to always play. I'm always in charge of something, and it's just exhausting. And I'm just laying here. I'm like, fine. I'm just tired.
So what happens to your soul now that it's left that body? Does it go up towards the light or does it stay there on the earth?
It goes up into the sun.
To the sun, very good. Allow yourself to move ahead and move up there and into the sun. As you do that, you'll notice you get to a point where someone comes to greet you. Let me know when you notice them.
Yeah.
Who is it?
It's the same angel. It's the same angel I'm always seeing. It has multiple wings. It just doesn't show you its face. It comes in light.